All right, let's break down a classic story from Gokuldam society. We're going to do this to understand one simple, undeniable truth. The link between its most famous resident, Jethalal, and his constant companion, trouble. The show's own narrator basically gives us the entire point of this explainer right at the start. It's a pretty bold claim, right? But as we're about to see, the events of just one chaotic day prove this theory holds up surprisingly well. So, let's see if he's right. So before Trouble can even find our main character, it's already kind of popping up everywhere else in the society. You have to understand, even a completely normal day here is, well, it's anything but normal. And it all starts, as it so often does, with the younger generation's, let's call them unique career goals. Okay, just look at the disconnect here. It's hilarious. Young Galiri wants to be prime minister. Super noble ambition, right? But his policies? They are 100% about food. We're talking free snacks, major discounts on pizza, and a national chocolate eating contest. I mean, come on, that's a political platform built for a very specific and probably very, very hungry voter base. And this is the genius mindset we're dealing with. So when he's hit with this famous Japanese proverb about never giving up, Goli just fires back with his own perfectly crafted counter-proverb. It's a philosophy of, let's call it maximum efficiency, and it completely leaves all the adults speechless. You can't even argue with it. And the chaos isn't just about career planning. Nope. Over at the teacher Bahai's apartment, he's just losing his mind over his students' exam answers. When asked to identify the great emperor Akbar, what does one student write? Hrithik Roshan. I mean, technically, he's not completely wrong, but it's just another perfect little snapshot of life in Gokuldam. Okay, now, let's get to our main guy. We find Jethalal. His day hasn't even really started yet, and he's already in a classic showdown with his father, the one and only Bapuji. And the big debate they're having? Tea. Bapuji's advice here just gets more and more ridiculous. It's amazing. He starts with some pretty reasonable stuff, right? Drink less tea, maybe try some healthy goat's milk. But then he just dives headfirst into sarcasm. Why not just bathe in a bucket of tea? And hey, while you're at it, use biscuits instead of soap. You could just, snack on them while you're getting clean. It's this kind of daily back and forth that really sets the stage for Jethalal's day. But these little everyday problems are about to get steamrolled by something much, much bigger. The whole vibe changes when this man, who looks totally stressed out and just wrong, enters this society. He's in a massive hurry, and you can tell he's looking for someone specific. And right here, this is where the day takes a serious left turn. The man, and get this, he's wearing slippers, which is just odd for someone who looks like a professional. He makes a beeline straight for Jethalal's apartment. So who is this guy, and what in the world has him so worked up? So Jethalal opens the door, and it's his acquaintance, Bharat, a builder. But the guy can barely get a sentence out. He's talking in circles, constantly looking over his shoulder. His panic is just contagious. And right away, Jethalal and Bapuji know something is very, very wrong. And here we go. This is it. Bharat didn't just stop by for a friendly chat. He's here because he is in some deep trouble, and he needs a favor from Jethalal. A favor that is absolutely massive. The reason for all this panic is actually pretty simple and terrifying. Bharat got a tip. He heard that the income tax department is about to start raiding builders in the area. He thinks he could be next, and he's got something in his house that they absolutely cannot find. And this is what he brought with him, 50 lakh rupees in cash. Yeah, that one number, it tells you everything you need to know about the scale of the problem that has just landed on Jethalal's welcome mat. The narrator gives us a really simple, direct definition for this. This isn't just a lot of cash, it's kaladan, or black money. It's money that hasn't been declared, hasn't been taxed, which means having it is a serious crime. For the government, it's theft. For Bharat, it's an absolute disaster just waiting to happen. So Bharat is just begging him, right? Please, just hide the cash just for one day until this whole raid thing blows over. And despite his better judgment, and you can see Bapuji silently disagreeing, Jethalal, because he's that kind of friend, he reluctantly says yes. And just like that, the trouble isn't Bharat's anymore. It's officially Jethalal's problem. Okay, so let's connect all these dots and loop right back to where we started. Remember what the narrator said? That Jethalal and musibat, the Hindi word for trouble, are basically the same thing? Well, The day's events are pretty much the perfect proof.
The narrator even gives us a quick vocab lesson just to hammer the point home, defining a synonym, or pariyaiwachi. It's simple, right? It's just two different words that mean the exact same thing.
And this is the final proof. Jethalal and Musibet. The narrator argues they are perfect synonyms. As he puts it, if Jethalal doesn't reach trouble, then trouble reaches his home. Think about it. He started his day arguing about tea, and now he's hiding 50 lakh rupees of illegal cash. The theory? It's been proven. So we're going to leave it with this question for you. A friend, totally desperate, shows up at your door with an illegal, life-changing problem. Helping them puts you and your entire family at enormous risk. What would you do? There's really no easy answer here, is there? And that, my friends, is the very definition of trouble.